Great rising loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Jade Watts, and this is the Jade Watts Show. Jade stands for joyfully advancing divine elevation. Watts stands for powerful energy, and I am here to show the way of divine. Okay? And I do want to tell you a little bit about me, a little bit about what I do. So, I am an expression teacher, or should I say, I do expression teacher. I am a counselor, a spiritual teacher. I also work with the arts. Like I said, the expression teacher. I'm a counselor. I'm a transformational speaker. I can go on and on and on. But my main thing is, a teacher. I'm a teacher of many sorts. So that is most of it about what I do. I teach. Okay? And yeah, I teach. So here we go. We can go ahead and get started. How to overcome rape and sexual abuse. I feel like this is one of the biggest topics that people talk about, but they don't talk about it openly enough. I know there's groups for it and everything, but they don't talk about it openly enough, and I'm here to do that right now, okay? And so it is extremely common to freeze up at times when you've been through sexual assault or rape. It's extremely common to freeze up, don't want to be around anyone because you're feeling a certain way. And a lot of us don't even realize that we went through these things. Yes, I went through sexual assault, not rape, but I went through sexual assault. And yes, I didn't think it would affect me, but it did. And I am happy to be right here, right now, to put it out, because I have been going through challenges after challenges after challenges, and it's blocking relationship after relationship after relationships. But it's all because my healing, my healing has now taken place. Yes. Okay. But the process is never done. You have to get into it. You can't, if you do little by little by little, that's fine too. But the quicker you get into it, the easier you feel better, the easier you be able to cope with it, okay? Be able to cope it, because you have your coping mechanisms on point and doing it daily, okay? And so first we're gonna start with open up about it, okay? It's no more holding it in. Open up about it. Tell your story. Tell a friend, a trusted friend, a friend that's empathetic, supportive, and calm. Tell a friend that's loving and caring, that really wants to hear your story, that's not going to go out and tell your business. So that is highly important, okay? Do not go out telling the world. Let someone know. Share it with them. And it's even better to share it with someone that went through it themselves, that's been going through it for a while, and that's coping through it easily and effortlessly better than what they were at the beginning. So that is very important, okay? And so yeah, and so now we're going to move on to the next one, which is acknowledge and accept that, yes, this happened to me. This brought me pain. It happened to me. I don't have to, deny it. I don't have to fake it and act like it didn't happen to me. But yes, it happened to me. And I'm going to tell my story. What happened to me? Well, when I was a young girl, I had this beautiful shape. I have this nice shape, and everyone just amazed with my shape and just love the shape of my body. And they come and they just touch on my body, and it did something to me. They touch every parts of my body and they'll run. All the boys, I never thought that would affect me. Even guys, they come up to me, they say words that cause me, trauma. I'm like, wow, like my ears was a virgin, and they came and told me some things, and they made me feel very uncomfortable. And so I am here today. I'm telling my story. And if you would like to tell your story, definitely let's bring it in. Let's heal from this together. We are sisters and bro stars. Let's share. Okay. And so, yes, definitely acknowledge and accept it. And, it sometimes hunts us. Like at times, I didn't want to do things. I didn't want to be around others either. I know that we go through these things. We don't want to be around people. We don't want our spouses to touch us. And our spouses are wondering why. Why you don't want me touching you? Well, my advice to you about that situation is tell your spouse, I've been through this. I've been through assault. I've been through sexual assault. I've been raped. And it hunts me daily. It hunts me weekly. It hunts me every once in a while. And I get like this. So if you can, it'd be great if you can understand the things that I am going through, because I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be that person that you say, I don't want to be touched, I'm not lovable, I'm not caring, because I'm very lovable, I'm very caring, I'm very compassionate and empathetic, okay? And so you have to just let your spouse know. You have to let people know, whoever you're dealing with, you have to let them know. At times I don't want to be bothered because I've been through these traumas and I'm working on healing it, so when they come up, I know how to cope with it. And stay to the end, because I have a way, I have a way to cope with this, the PTSD. I have a way to cope with this, okay? I have a tip for you, so stay to the end so you can hear what I have for you. It's simple, it's cool. I'm gonna get a little water. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on. So now we're gonna move to prepare for flashbacks. I mean, we get flashback after flashback after flashback, and the flashbacks is what cause us to go into the hermit mode. It's what caused us to go into the dark night of the soul. Some of us went through these things because it triggered us to go on our spiritual path. And it's sad to say, things happen that way sometimes, and we have to accept it. Things don't always happen how we expect it to happen, but it happened how the Creator wanted to happen. And it's nothing that we can do about it, because we have to go with the force at times. When we go with the flow, it's great. But when you move backwards, divine is going to push you forward and make sure it's going to force you forward. Let me say that, force you forward. Okay? And so that's why it's very important to keep it moving. If you don't pay attention to the signs, then sometimes major things happen when we're not aware, and it's multiple signs that come to us, and we try to hold back on the signs, like, oh no, I'm ignore the signs, oh no, I'm ignore the signs. Well, we always get something that come and show us what we need to be aware of. And I experienced it. I had so many signs all through my childhood, being touched, people saying harsh, nasty words to me sexually, and it just, did something to my mind. But I'm still healing from it, and I actually feel really great that I have been doing more healing, and I have that, like I said, I have that coping mechanism at the end. So stay tuned, okay? And so yeah, the flashbacks, they come, and at times we don't know why. We don't know why we're going through this. And so the best thing I can tell you to do, here's the tip, here's the dessert, okay? The best thing I tell you, that I advise you to do, is meditate. Meditate every day. They have different meditations for so many different things out there. They have meditations for healing childhood trauma. They have meditations for sexual abuse. They have meditation for all type of stuff, rape, sexual assault, all this stuff. They have meditations for this. So there should be no excuse that we cannot heal, that we are not able to. Okay, unless you're running from it. And if you're running from it, I advise you to face it. Okay, face it. Don't run no more. Face it. Because when you face it, that's when you start to get a hold of it. Just like, maybe, you was running from going to a job or something, and you're like, you know what, I don't want to work, and then your money is not that great, and you're like, man, now I gotta do something, I gotta face it, because I have to go ahead and get this job, because I feel like this is gonna help me, this is gonna bring in money for the bills, and so on and so on. Okay, and so that's just an example that I have for you. My examples are not always the best, but it's something. It's just to show the way. Okay, and so here's more dessert for you as well. So when you panic, at times we have panic attacks when we do not want to be around people, and to get frustrated, and we like, why am I frustrated? Well, that's because that's coming up again. The sexual abuse, sexual assault, the rape, all of that is coming up. And so when you start to panic, what you can do is start to breathe deeply. Inhale. Do it with me real quick. Do it with me, just to get, a feeling of what you can do. Just imagine yourself going through it right now. Just imagine all the things that happened to you. Imagine how you was raped, or imagine how you was assaulted, sexually assaulted. And just imagine it. I know it can be really, really hard, and at times we don't even want to think about it, but just imagine it for a second. What are your emotions right now? What are your emotions towards it? And when you feel the emotions, take a deep breath. If you feel like it's hunting you, take a deep breath in slowly, and I will do it with you. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to inhale deeply this time. Inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale deeply again and exhale. You can do that method, or you can do the breath of the dragon, okay? Breath of the dragon is really, really fast, okay? Breath of the dragon is fast. So what you can do for breath of the dragon is really, really cool and really, really quick. It does help. You know, this is your coping mechanism, so it does help you in some type of way, okay? So do breath of the dragon. You're going to go do just like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and you just, and what you're doing is you pulsing in and out from your stomach. You're pulsing in and out from your stomach quickly, just. And that helps with many different things. That helps you to be more aware of what's going on. It also helps you to overcome it at that moment. It could help. Now, it may not work for everyone, but it will work for someone. It will work for someone, okay? So do what you have to do. Whatever works for you, do it. If that means walking and breathing, walk and breathe. If that means doing yoga and breathe, do yoga and breathe. But do what you have to do to heal that childhood trauma, from healing that rape, for healing that that sexual assault, okay? It's very important. So I hope this brought clarity to someone. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you all soon. Love you.